I could go for another 2 hours. I did an interview once on a show in New Jersey, Novigenic, which is the largest daily Polish language newspaper. A guy named Nick Sadowski. He's got a show he has on public access television called Kanapa, The Couch. And I did an hour-long interview, and I don't think I took a breath. And they were like, "How do you? Why?"
Well, thank you. My experience is that if you speak for more than 30 minutes, people turn off, but you captivated this audience very well, so thank you very much.
I probably offended them as well.
Now, we're going to take questions. Who would like to start off, either for myself or for...
I will start off. I have obviously no questions for Matthew, because I talk to Matthew all the time. So I'm not even sure I have questions for you, but I certainly have comments for you. Because, like Matthew, I am very skeptical of this lovey-dovey wish for Russia. Let me begin by asking you, what was the reaction of the Russian officials when you suggested that this friendly gesture might be to hand over the plane? Because I was head of the delegation this year from Warsaw for 200 families. Matthew Kawczynski came with me. We went to Katyn and we went to Smolensk. And I think it is very, very far-fetched that we will ever get that plane back. I think that Russia could very easily give it back. I think even if it gave it back after 6 years, it will prove absolutely nothing, and therefore is kind of pointless. I think, though, that Russia is deliberately holding it back because they know that Poland wants it back, and they just deliberately want us to be pissed off with them. Secondly, the other thing I wanted to say here is that Anglo-Russian friendship bodes to me a little dangerous, just the even sound of the Anglo-Russian friendship, because Poland was let down by the Allied forces at the beginning of the war. Nobody stepped in to cover Poland at the beginning when Germany invaded. And I think Poland would be very skeptical if suddenly England or Germany or France were particularly friendly with Russia. I happen to be senator for the area that is closest to Russia and is the area which is the most susceptible, because my area covers the Suwalki Gap. 2 months ago, General Hodges of the United States was talking about the danger of the Suwalki Gap. I think it is very naive to think that friendship with Russia is going to cure everything. I think it's very nice to believe that a united Europe would help Poland to fight against Russia. It's not going to happen. United Europe cannot even get the migrant situation together. You can't agree on anything, which is why we are here with Brexit, right? Can we ever presume that United Europe is going to help Poland if Russia were ever going to invade? No. Poland's only hope is the United States. I, as a senator for my area, would love to have NATO bases in my area. I know almost 100% that that's not going to happen, because it is against US Army rules, and it is at the moment against NATO rules. We'll see what happens at the NATO summit. So, you know, I'm not a warmongering person. I have heard the defense minister of Poland being described as warmongering. I am not warmongering. I am all for diplomacy. I feel that we should not provoke Russia because we are not strong enough to provoke Russia. But I think that this idea of this friendly relationship, I'm sorry, I don't think it's going to work. It reminds me of Hillary Clinton's reset button years ago. Where did that take us? To an almost
she got a lot of money from the Kremlin directly.
With almost a Cold War situation between the U.S. and Russia. Finally, I do agree with Matthew about Soros. I mean, he's got proof. I don't have proof, but I do agree. I heard that from different sources. Soros is working, I think, with Russia to destabilize Poland. Poland does not want a strong Russia. I mean, Russia does not want a strong Poland. because they want to have the influence to Ukraine. Putin has very strong ambitions. Putin is a very, very unpredictable person, and I think that we are naive that we are ever going to reach any sort of amicable solution here. The only thing we can hope for is some kind of stability, that we don't have any more hostility, and another Crimea situation is not repeated. Thank you.
Gosh. Well, Madam Senator, thank you very much for that contribution, and I apologise for not referring to you at the start of my speech.